offshore wind, solar. Dominion Energy is a leader in the clean energy transition. We're dedicated to providing reliable, affordable, safe, and clean energy as we support and invest in our communities. Dominion Energy is building a clean energy future. Actions speak louder. Welcome to Actions Speak Louder, highlighting Dominion Energy's clean energy projects and community support. I'm Peggy Fox, Dominion Energy Media and Community Relations Manager. We provide support to many worthwhile organizations, and today we're discussing one close to our hearts because it involves both getting outside and helping people. It's called Legacy Farms. Take a look at this video to learn about this unique organization that provides apprenticeship-style learning and job opportunities for people in the neurodiverse community.
So Legacy Farms was started in 2012 by Martha Schoenberger and a group of parents and teachers and people that wanted to support neurodivergent individuals as they graduated from high school and to help them in transitioning into the workforce and out into life. We are now a mentor apprentice program, and I think that our primary focus is actually on personal development, nervous system regulation, self-awareness, helping individuals get that foundation in place so that they can take their skills and their talents and gifts anywhere.
And really figuring out what you want to work on. You know, it's like a springboard. You know, I always call the garden a classroom. It's because there's so many things to learn in a garden, and you're in nature, and I just feel like it's a great place for your nervous system to feel regulated and calm, to breathe in fresh air and put your hands in the dirt, and it seems like a natural fit for a lot of young people, even if they don't think it is at first. So the participants in our garden are young people 16 and up, identified with different type of disabilities, including ADHD, dyslexia, autism, executive functioning delays. All different kinds of young people work in our garden.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it also includes, you know, anyone whose neurobiology is challenging in integrating into the standard workforce. And that's one of the reasons that we are so focused foundationally on the balancing the nervous system, the self-regulation and self-awareness, because I mean, there's a lot of things in life that are very stressful for all of us. And we all need to know about ourselves and how to self-regulate in order to be successful.
Mindfulness component is extremely essential. It really, really is. I especially like the self-regulation part of the program that they put into it, because self-regulation is something that I need dearly. But thanks to this program, I'm trying to get a better handle on those feelings.
We start the morning with just kind of really integrating into where we are, and we start with a simple breathing exercise, or perhaps we might have a listening exercise, and it just kind of allowing yourself just to settle into your environment.
This year we offered 2 CSAs, a flower CSA called Legacy Blooms, and a vegetable and herb CSA called Summer of Wellness.
We designed a Summer of Wellness CSA. It's like a care package for once a month, June through September. And every month we would put together a care package. It would include some of our vegetables. We'd fill them right to the rim. And in addition to that, we partner with one of our local artisans we work with, and every month we spotlight them in our box.
The community is fantastic. You know, these are the best young people you ever work with. You know, I've kind of found my new life purpose. I really find a lot of gratification working with the young people. We've found a lot of great results and progress. So I'm really into furthering that.
Well, Legacy Farms rocks. The vegetables here are really good. I do like to see Miss Billy Joe, and then yes, I'm like harvesting the veggies.
So we started Legacy Blooms CSA this year. It's our first effort out the gate to grow flowers. We decided to get really ambitious and do a CSA that would be a weekly bouquet that you can sign up for. You can sign up for 12 weeks of bouquets, or you can sign up for 16 weeks of bouquets. We put this large flower garden out at Fabioli Cellars, and we have not missed one delivery.
And the bouquets are beautiful.
Yeah, they're stunning, and we sold out in the winter when we first offered it within a few weeks. But it has been a lot of fun, a lot of work, very exciting and very successful.
Doing a few of the deliveries and seeing people be happy to get fresh flowers, and it's just been really nice, and there's just a great community of help, and I really appreciate them kind of taking me in and helping me out and letting me practice some job skills and learn some leadership skills, and it's been really positive.
It's great. Everyone's like a big family.
It changed my life.
I like it because everybody comes with a different ability, but we're all accepted.
Just highly recommend coming out to Legacy Farms if you want to get your feet in the world of working at a job before you go out there and get a job yourself.
And back here in studio, I'd like to introduce our guests. We have Lori Young, who's the Executive Director of Legacy Farms. Thanks for being here, Lori.
Thank you, Peggy.
And you also have Billy Joe Bevan, who is the Director of Operations. Thanks for coming in,
Thank you so
guys.
much for having us.
Yeah. So if you could, would you tell us how Legacy Farms started?
Legacy Farms started in 2012. It was begun, and the initial idea was conceived of by Martha Schoenberger and a group of teachers and parents. Martha was a public education teacher, public school teacher, and she wanted to support her students as they kind of graduated out of high school and went out into the working world. And Billy Joe and I joined in like 2018, 2019 as volunteers, began working with the nonprofit. I came in to begin looking at the executive director position, and we reshaped it into a mentor apprentice program.
Okay.
And it is now a mentor apprentice program that runs pretty much all year. I mean, we're out in the garden probably 9 months out of the year, and then we're also doing organizational type tasks with our apprentices during the winter as well.
How exciting. So this is for the neurodiverse community.
Yes.
Explain, what does that mean?
So a neurodiverse community is really everyone. We have neurodivergent folks, and these are individuals whose neurobiology might be different from what's considered the norm. So they might have had a diagnosis of ADHD, autism, it could be anxiety, it could be TBI, PTSD. For whatever reason, their neurobiological orientation helps them see the world differently and just orient differently. It also brings gifts and talents that are really valuable to the organization and really to any company or to the community as a whole. And then a neurodiverse community would include also neurotypical people, so it would be everyone. Neurodivergent people and neurotypical people.
What is the age requirement?
Well, we start at ages 16 and up with young people. And then we also have opportunities for within our organization that are any age.
What kind of skills do these kids, I say kids, but adults, kids, young adults, right?
Yes.
What kind of skills do they learn?
We start in the garden, everything, that's our springboard, that's our classroom. And so we invite our apprentices to come out and we learn about what they want to work on and what they'd like to do. And the garden is a wonderful starting point. We grow, we learn about how to grow something, how to nurture it, how to foster a wonderful product, and then we harvest it, and we have opportunities all throughout the Loudoun County to have a point of sale, and then we teach them all about what it takes to grow and how to develop a product.
How wonderful. And there's lots of different things people can do. If they don't like the garden, you have other tasks and jobs that they can do, right? I was reading your blog, and there was a young man named Colin who wrote some very, very fun articles about a lemon cucumber, which I had never heard about before.
Oh, we've got to get you some. We will get you some.
And he also had another, anyway, he had some really cute blogs there, very interesting. So if you like to write, there's a place for you.
Yeah.
Anything in service to our nonprofit, we love to harness their talents, and there's so many.
Now,
photography, designers, we have a wonderful designer. In fact, we're in the middle of having a logo redesign. She's helping us with that.
Shoot, other nonprofits would like to, get in on this,
right.
because what a great idea to use some of the people that you're trying to serve, that you are serving, to have them give back to the organization.
Right.
Because your pictures are beautiful. This is one of them here we're looking at.
That's
and
right.
I love that because there you can see them in the dirt. Yes. So do either of you have any gardening or farming experience?
We do
that
now.
We know. Now you learn on the job.
You learn fast.
Yeah. It's really been, I was just going to say that, my parents were always in the garden. My mother studied all kinds of agriculture, and so did my father. And so I just try to channel them.
Right.
And we literally learn through doing.
Yep.
And it makes, for a great opportunity. And that's one of the opportunities too. We like to prepare the environment for the apprentices.
Yeah.
And we are learning together. So we don't want to kind of present ourselves as subject matter experts. We're really learning together, and we make mistakes. But very famously, they say that there's no mistakes in the garden, there's just experiments.
I love that.
So we use that term a lot.
Right. Some famous person said that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that you're picking up on one of the most important things we do, which is, and a real priority is personal development.
Yes.
And the relationships that we create in the garden, and the way in which we support individuals that come to us in understanding themselves, self-regulation, self-awareness, self-advocacy. We bring mindfulness practice into the garden. That's really about helping each individual start to understand their neurobiological system. Right. So what do I mean by that? I really mean understanding when their body maybe is upregulated or their emotions are affecting them and how that relates to their work. And then knowing how to balance that out and focus back on the job at hand.
I think it's fantastic because I'm an outdoors person. I love getting out in the garden. I love picking weeds. I mean, I'll spend hours outside. And so I think that also it's very calming.
It's very therapeutic.
You don't have your phone around. No one's putting keep your phone inside. No one's texting you. You don't have to worry about anything.
Your connection is with the earth.
Yes.
And it means a lot.
Do you see transformations with some of the apprentices, or
there's so
people
many
that come
success stories.
Yeah.
I mean, I gush thinking about them because they teach me more than they and I could teach them. But Lori just did briefly touch on, like, it's a relational environment, so we want them to know that, like, their opportunities are theirs, and that we want to help them along the way to find what they love to do and to really help them with organization, with initiation. To also show initiative and to get the job done. And we're there to we're the mentor. So we really are there to kind of aid and instruct, but not do it for them, but really help them and teach them along the way.
I feel like we're a community of equals. We're all working to get the job done together, and we really try to create a prepared environment that creates the space for skill or qualities like leadership and initiative to emerge. So it's not like we're saying to people, you have to take a leadership position, you've got to learn how to take initiative. We don't need to do that, because when we create an environment in which people feel calm and get the nervous system regulated, then they get interested in their work and they naturally step forward. So one of our apprentices recently, we've had a number of them recently want to lead the mindfulness exercise. And one of our apprentices recently stepped forward and said, do you mind if I propose a project? I have an idea of what I want to do with the compost bin, and I'd like to pick a team if it would be okay with the rest of you. And he selected the team and kind of led the project. And this is an unplanned for activity. That's the kind of what we consider to be success, because that's an individual that can go out into the workforce then and knows how to self-regulate around, you know, they're not only their nervous system, but also in talking with other individuals and proposing projects and taking leadership.
How do you get your point across?
Yeah.
Or your project idea?
Yeah.
All very good skills to have. Isn't this fascinating?
It was magical.
And it seems like you started with this one idea and it just keeps growing in these different branches.
Yeah.
There's
Like
a
a tree.
lot of branches, exactly. But then too, we want to formulate partnerships with local artisans, and we want to try to, work with them because we can create different things for them too. Like if you need herbs or if you need hot peppers. So we're not a production-based garden. So we're like a boutique garden where it's all pretty. We'd love to have you come out.
Right.
And so you can see that our space, we have a smaller scale, but we can provide supplies for a small business, and then we work with them, and then there's opportunities for outplacement and just building like that community that we talked about.
You talked about that you guys are all learning, but who are the mentors? Do you have some people come in who have the expertise? This is how you do it.
For sure.
We sure do.
We work with a wide variety of mentors. They're as talented as you would imagine, but they don't have to have special education experience. It's really about the right person, and it's about being calm and confident and just showing leadership skills. And then it's just, like I keep saying again, it's relational.
Right.
So they come in and they have a vested interest in helping these young people, and they bring all of their qualities and their skills into the garden, and it's just kind of, we have a wide variety. We have a registered nurse, we have a doula, we have, what are the other?
Recreational therapists, we have master gardeners.
And we do have
farmers
former
and
teachers
leaderships.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so fascinating. Do you have to have any particular knowledge? And are all these people volunteers who come out?
No, they're
Some are-
mentors. They're actually
mentors,
paid.
mentors.
Yes.
Okay. But do you guys have volunteers?
We do also
Okay.
have volunteers.
Yes, we do.
Both opportunities are possible,
good,
depending
good.
on the amount of time and
Yes.
that people want to put into it.
Is this concept being done elsewhere in the country?
Not
It just
yet.
seems like a great thing, Let's
Not yet.
pass it on. Let's get.
We'd
That
love to see
sounds-
this be scalable because we really believe that this could be an
Yeah.
opportunity to support these young people that are so dynamic.
I mean, I will say that, mentoring has been the way human beings have learned throughout time, really, through mentor-apprentice relationships. It's more recently that we've become more focused on book-based education. What we have is a lot of hands-on learning happening real time in the garden. So not just in the gardening piece, but also, how do you contribute your skills, whether it be design or photography and writing, by actually doing that thing. And so you can be mentored by someone who's an expert or has more expertise in that area.
So do you have a shop there? Do you have a place where people can come and buy things?
We do not, but we have farmers markets that we participate in, so we're able to,
Right.
yes, and then we also have partnerships with a local restaurant and a juicing company, so we grow for a juicing company.
And I saw one thing about the bouquets, the floral bouquet, legacy bouquets. What do you call them?
Legacy blooms.
Legacy blooms. Yes, that's lovely. And so, do you have a line there that
We
you
do.
provide?
We have 2 CSAs, which is the
Okay.
Community Supported Agriculture. We have a flower CSA called Legacy Blooms, and then we have a garden vegetable CSA called Summer of Wellness.
So the apprentices who come in might put together the blooms,
Yes.
and then what other kinds of things would they do for that project?
Well, we started the spring with irrigating, running the irrigation and setting up the beds and planting and seeding. We're still seeding.
We
Right.
tripled our garden space, so
Wow.
every year we have to
Yeah.
kind of reinvent ourselves.
Okay, here's a question that you're not prepared for. How do you keep the deer out?
I know,
Everybody's
it's
trying to
true.
keep the deer
Well,
out. They chomped on my azaleas this year.
Oh,
so,
they do.
I mean, I'm sure
They
they
do.
come around. How do you? I mean, do you have to do certain things to keep out
it's
the critters?
fenced in.
Yeah, okay,
it
that's
is.
good.
It is fenced in, and then we're at Temple Hall Farm Regional Park in Leesburg,
Okay.
at Regional Park. And the good news is that there's a lot of animals out there that even support us. Like there's peacocks and peahens, and
Really?
they are a blessing and a curse because they do kind of trample on Kevin the Destroyer. I wish I had a picture of him for you. He loves to come in with his, little brigade there, and they kind of peck at things, but they also eat the bugs.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
have the natural balance too.
Make sure they don't
happening.
eat your seeds.
Well, they're watching us
Everyone's
after we
watching.
plant. All the birds are watching us
Where are
too.
the seeds? Yeah.
So there is a natural balance, which is
Yeah.
kind of nice. But the deer haven't been an issue for us, knock on wood. Yeah.
It just sounds lovely. So, tell me about what's next. Do you have plans to Do something next, some big or expansion, or just getting the
Always.
word out, getting the word out?
We're always up for it all.
Well, you're here because Dominion Energy provided a grant. So let's talk a little bit about that, if you would, and what that will help you all do.
We are so grateful for your grant. It was such a wonderful, pleasant surprise for us. We were really happy that you all were able to support us, and it really allowed us to triple our garden space. And it allowed us to hire the apprentices and hire mentors, and to be able to start our growing season with confidence. And we're just really proud, and we're happy that you guys are a part of it.
We very much believe in supporting our apprentices in taking on leadership roles, and we've just promoted one of our apprentices to garden team leader, and he's in training to become a mentor.
Oh, that's great.
And along with that goes, a pay increase that you guys supported.
Yes.
So.
Well, also when you talk about volunteer versus paid staff, I mean, it just makes it seem real. It's real. It's a real job. You got to show up, and that's part of learning how to function in the world, right?
That's right.
It is.
And all internships now seem to be paid these days. It's not like anyone's, giving away stuff for free. So people need to know how to function in the world. You show up on time, and here's the task you have to do. And this isn't just like if you want to show up, right?
Right.
Right. We've developed our program, and it's supported by the county as well, so that there is a place for everyone wherever they want to enter. They can come in for educational training, and some people really want that. Then move into the vocational paid training, which there's more responsibility. There's a signed agreement. There are deliverables. You have to fill out the W-2. All those things that you need to do as part of the work environment. And so our mentors who are coming in is paid as well. We want them holding the same standards, so they're paid. They embody the principles of a good worker, showing up on time, being involved and showing leadership and all the things, and really what we're talking about with personal development being so important. Like how do you maintain calm and stay on task when you're in the garden, that kind of thing.
You mentioned that some of the folks have, their own gifts. Everyone has gifts, but have you ever been surprised at what someone has done and turned around and just been blown away?
Absolutely. Every day. Every day. Yeah. I mean it. A few of my apprentices too that I could just think off the top of my head come up with ideas, and I'm all ears. I want to hear what their idea is, and I see them, thinking about it. I was even thinking of the gutter that was made with the wood that was donated by this wonderful organization, and my apprentice said, I'd like to use that and make a gutter, and we can seal it the right way to make sure that water damage doesn't happen, and then we'll get a water barrel and we'll harness the water off of the roof, and we'll use that. So that's another example that if someone had an idea, helping them, just scaffolding the support that someone needs to get the job done. But there's so many kind of not even just teachable moments, but success stories with our apprentices. They are always exceeding my expectations.
Some of it, I don't have the design skills of our design apprentice. I couldn't do it.
Wow. You mentioned composting, and Dominion Energy is really big into sustainability and composting, so I'm curious about how that's going for y'all. Is the composting going well?
Always. We think of every way we can not only source materials, use materials we already have, water conservation, a traditional farmer will always use what they have rather than going out to the store and buying it. So we really do embed that into our programming, and we don't use any chemicals or herbicides or pesticides. We keep everything as traditional as possible, and so our products are really kind of special that way.
And right now you're only growing agriculture. You're not growing. You don't have any chickens. You're not doing eggs yet.
No.
Yet. I say
flowers, herbs, and veg.
That's a whole
herbs, veg, and flowers.
level. I know.
We're going to stay with that.
Yeah, we'll probably stay in those lanes there.
Well, it sounds great. Tell everybody if they're curious about Legacy Farms, where can they come find you, and how do they learn more information?
Yes, we have a website at legacyfarmsvirginia.org. We also have social media. We have a YouTube channel. So there's a lot of ways to get a hold of us, and we would love to invite anyone to come and visit our website and learn more about us.
And if there's somebody out there who wants to work a little business or something, or you would be open to something like that. Oh, we need this many bouquets every every week.
Absolutely.
something.
We love working with local businesses in particular, food artisans as well as floral designers, and we're part of Old Dominion Flower Co-op, so that's local flower growers like ourselves and local designers. So we definitely want to promote sustainable local agriculture and business in general.
Excellent. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on. Laura Young and Billy Joe Bevan.
Thank you so much
Peggy,
for having us.
To telling us all about Legacy Farms. What a great organization. We're happy to support you all.
Thank you.
Very grateful.
Yes, and thank you for watching Actions Speak Louder. We hope you join us next time to learn more about how Dominion Energy is working toward a sustainable future while supporting our customers and communities. You can find links to all of our Actions Speak Louder programs on YouTube by searching Peggy Fox Actions Speak Louder playlist, or follow me on LinkedIn or Facebook. Take care and be safe.